Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Saturday. Hope you guys had a great Friday. We're going to talk about Bitcoin versus miners for the week, see how each one did compared to Bitcoin, and then we'll also take a look at the charts for Bitcoin first, along with Ethereum, and then we'll get into all the details on the miners. But Bitcoin is about 42,000, which is good, and so let's get into it here. As always, not financial advice. You know the drill. I'm investing in following companies and coins to make everybody aware. And Bitcoin right now is at 42,000. So this is good. We've obviously reached a couple of times here, and we're above it again. So we're testing that 42,000 mark right now. The thing that I'm liking here is RSI is going down while the price is going up. This leads me to think we could be extending this rally here going forward. We may get a rug pull here and go back down. That is always a possibility. But right now, it looks like we may just continue going on up slowly if that happens, or may have a little wild action going up here. But obviously, our next resistance is at 44,700. And we'll see if we can touch it at least once. The more times we touch it, I think we're going to break above it. But right now, on the 1 hour chart, we're looking really good with the RSI. On the 4 hour chart, we're still obviously down here a little bit on the RSI compared to where we were, which is a good sign as well that RSI is lower, price is higher. So that's a good thing as well. And on the daily chart, we're still really good on the daily chart. I think right now we're doing okay. So we'll see how Bitcoin plays out this weekend. Right now, it's battling with the 42,000 mark. We'll see if it can contain it. We are having almost, I think in the next day or two, if it stays at this price, we may have the 20-day moving average cross the 50-day moving average, which would be also a little bit of a bullish sign as well. Ethereum right now is at 29.44. It did not get above 3,000 today. Got as close to as 2,965 on the chart. And RSI is looking good as well on the daily chart. 4 hour chart is looking good too. Obviously, we've come back down a little bit here on the RSI, but price has pretty much, let's see here, take a look at it. We were here, price has come down a little bit. So we're having a little bit of a difference on Ethereum right now on the 4 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, we can see obviously the price is somewhat flat from here and RSI has come down, which obviously gives us a little bit more room to run going forward into tomorrow and possibly into Monday. We'll see how this plays out. The good thing to see, obviously, is we are up on the week 16%. On 1 month, we are up 5.92%. 3 months, we're down, but on the 6 months, we're still up 6.47. And year to date, we're obviously down, but 1 year, we're still up 65% from where we were this time last year. So that is good news. All right, so let's take a look at the miners, see how they did compared to Bitcoin. So the miners are set up right now to be on the weekly percentage gains, basically. So from best performance down to the worst performance. So Mawson was actually up 47.5% on the week. And part of that, I think, was because they provided their numbers from February, which they were the only ones that at least I cover that were positive in growth in Bitcoin's mined. So if we take a look at that number here really quick, just to show you guys. Mawson, they were actually the only ones that had a positive here, difference from previous months. So they were at 140 Bitcoins mined in January, 152 in February. That, I think, is the only thing that really came out that was positive, obviously, for them. And it has obviously drove the stock, it looks like, up quite nicely in the end of the week. Where were we? Here we are. Okay, so following them was Riot. Riot was up 29%. Marathon was up 24%. Cleanspark was up 20%. Bitfarms was up 19%. Core was up 18.9%. Hive was up 18%. Hot 8 was up 15%. Argo was up 13%. Digihost was up 9.6%, almost 9.5%. Bitcoin was up 7.75%. And then DMG was actually down 7%. And Iris was actually down 24%. Not sure why they were so much down on the week. We can possibly look at their chart here, see what's going on it. But those are the winners, obviously. Mawson obviously killed it for the week. They're way up. And looking at the chart here, on the 4 week, you'd be up 26%. On the 8 week, you'd be up just 3.2. It looks like we're getting a lot more where they were in the green. Going back to 8 weeks, everybody going back 12 weeks is still in the red for the most part, except for Cleanspark. Cleanspark, you'd be pretty much up all along here. So they're kind of the exception from the rest of these guys. You had 25%, 97%, 26%, and then 20%. So they were doing pretty good. We'll take a look at the numbers down below as well. But other than that, let's take a look at the graph here. So this is on the 12 week. Let's go to the 1 week. So we can see it here on the graph, how much more Mawson went up than the other guys did for the 1 week. for this week, if we look at the 4-week chart here, do that descending, go 4 weeks, we can see that Cleanspark and Mawson are pretty much tied. Marathon is up 21, Riot is up 20, Bitfarms was up 17, almost 18, and Bitcoin was up 6.6 in the if you bought 4 weeks ago. Hive is up 6.2, Argo is up 4.5, and then DMG is up barely 0.6, HUD is up 0.52, and then you got Core Scientific, Digihost, and Iris being down quite a bit, almost 8-9% from 4 weeks ago. And let's take a look at the 8-week really quick as well. We'll make this a quick video for you guys. We can see Cleanspark is up basically 97% from 8 weeks ago. Riot is up 32%, Marathon 27, 19. So we're starting to kind of see this kind of positive shift a little bit, I think. I think maybe we've bottomed out. I don't know if we've bottomed out completely, but it does look like it on the charts at least. Here, and we can see Digihost has been down 19%, and Bitcoin's up basically 10% from 8 weeks ago, which is pretty good. But looking down here, looking at all of the dates here, the endings on Fridays, price-wise, we can see everybody was pretty much in the green this week except for DMG and Iris obviously being down. Let's see. Oh, we got Riot here too as well. Riot was up obviously, and then the one that seems to be most consistently in the green is obviously Cleanspark here. Core is up green quite a bit as well. Who else do we have here? Digihost. If you look at the greens, Hive. Some of these guys are half and half red, half green. But looking at it, it's Cleanspark, Bitfarms as well, Bitcoin. So we're kind of seeing this, I think, in a trend setting back to where we're starting to see more greens happening than we are red weeks, where we're basically going down in price. How is that going to go forward? It's anybody's guess. Any little thing can knock Bitcoin obviously out and just have it drop. We don't know what that's going to be. And any good news could also propel it upwards. So there's always a teeter-totter that we're, a part of. Other than, I don't know, some irrational regulations or something like that, I don't see Bitcoin going down. I think we are going to be possibly bouncing between this range here. Look at the daily chart. We've been kind of bouncing between the 44,700 range here for a while. But we are also looking to see the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages getting really close to where they are going to possibly cross each other, the 50 being on top, which that usually signifies a little bit of a bullish signal for us. So we'll see if we can muster the strength to get to the 44,700 mark and get above it. Our next resistance would be at the 47,000 mark. So we'll see how this plays out. And if that happens, obviously the miners are going to go up as well. We can see obviously that Bitcoin is right now just kind of trading sideways a little bit. It's up, going up. Obviously, we have a nice up trend here from the last couple of days. And then if we look at the weekly chart as well, we can see that we have basically had pretty good support here at the 40,000, right? At the 37,500 mark, we've had pretty good support there. So we'll see. Last time we obviously fell much lower. We did touch it here a little bit back in January. But we have come off of it, and we've been bouncing between the 44,000 and the 37,000 mark, it looks like, and 40,000 has been pretty good support as well. So we'll see how this plays out. That is obviously going to have an effect on these guys here. And let's take a look at Cleanspark here on the numbers. So we can see it was back in, this was probably going to be beginning of December here. It was 1602. It has obviously come back up to around $12. So it has paired some of its losses that we've had. It's still not up to where it was, but it is getting closer to it. We can take a look at some of the other guys as well. Let's take a look at Argo. Argo is still shy from where it was back in December. Bitfarms, same thing, about half of the way where it was before. Cleanspark we looked at. Core, we don't have much data on Core. It was at 11.8, so it's about a quarter of the way from where it needs to be. Digihost was also down 5, so it's about half of where it was. So there's still a lot of pain, obviously, in the market, but we'll see how this plays out. Right now, as long as Bitcoin continues to go up, I think these guys are going to go up, 5-10% a day easily. So it just all depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, these guys are going up nicely. let's see here. Hive was at 343. It's at 203 now. Hut 8 was at 1049, 577. So about 50% almost from where it was. Iris was at 1726. Iris has been trading pretty well. It's at 1317, so it's not too far off from where it was. Marathon was way down. Obviously, it's half of where it was back in December, the beginning of December. And then Mawson was at 947. It's at 478. It obviously fell pretty low to 324, even lower, I think, than that. So they're about halfway where they should be. And Riot, same thing. We were at 3297. It's at about 19. So it's still nowhere near where it was. Obviously, they had issues with electricity, so that they had to shut down production for a couple of days in January, February, which attributed to them mining less, which is also, I think, contributing to the fact that people weren't buying the stock as much. Bitcoin is also going down at the same time. So we'll see how this plays out. Right now, things are looking pretty good for Bitcoin, I think, as long as the trend continues, as long as we don't get any bad news or any erroneous regulations that are going to hamper the advancement in cryptocurrencies and blockchain. I think we'll be okay. But other than that, we'll have to see how this plays out. I believe Mawson is also going to be providing their Q4 numbers. I think it's Q4 for them on Monday, I believe. And some have speculated that maybe Mawson is up for the reason that the information has gotten leaked out somehow. So if we look at, where's Mawson? Here we go. Let's take a look at Mawson here. So Mawson, we can see, had a really good day yesterday, 23%, but the last couple of days, it has obviously started going up here quite nicely. Was it about $3.20 roughly, and it ended up obviously at $4.78. So a nice run up in Mawson in the last week. They obviously also reported, I think it was the 15th that they reported, which was a Tuesday, I believe. And then you can really see since Tuesday how the price has gone up really nicely from that. So I think it's mostly to do that they actually had a positive growth in February than anything else. So if you guys enjoyed it, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think the miners are going to be doing, Bitcoin, what it's going to be doing in the comments down below. And I've been doing these premiere videos where I basically watch the video with you guys and answer any questions you guys have in that. If you enjoy that, let me know. If you don't enjoy it, let me know also, and I'll stop doing it. But I thought it was kind of cool. So that's all I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great day.